Our next discussion, I know, is one that you're really going to enjoy, Legito innovations in 2023. So we're going to have a number of subject matter experts come to the stage and discuss their favorite feature that we just released and one that's upcoming. And the greatest subject matter of them all is our CEO, Ondrej Materna. Please, yes. Please welcome Ondrej.
Thank you, John. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Again, as usual, it's great to be here again. And today, I'd like to introduce you the features that we've been working on, and we will reveal them soon, and the features that we have released since the last time we met at our conference previous year. Each of us will introduce one of our favorite features that was released and one that will be released soon. So, my favorite feature that we've released a few months ago is the new onboarding. And it's my favorite feature because onboarding is critical for a proper adoption and implementation of basically any software. And when I said onboarding, I actually meant two onboardings. We've created one onboarding for our power users and one onboarding for our end users. The onboarding for our power users is much more complex than the onboarding for end users because power users, they basically do all the hard work. They automate all the documents, customize the workspace, build workflows, objects, and all other things, which is a lot to learn. And on the other hand, our end users, basically, they just need, I would say, something simple, something they can just, easily go through, don't be delayed from the real thing why they came to the workspace, which is to either run documents through workflow, build some documents, sign them, or anything like that. Onboarding for end users is simplified, and it contains only easy steps that help them to explore core parts of the workspace. What is important is that this end-user onboarding is customizable, so you can choose, or your workspace admins can choose, what steps should be included in the user onboarding, and even customize the tutorial video or at own resources page. So, some core principles on which our onboarding is based. Quick wins means that every single step of workspace onboarding or every single section start with some quick wins, something like a upload logo, watch video, something where a user can get really quick wins, some achievements that motivates the user to keep going and help him to get to the farther stages. We also used gamification, means that every onboarding step is kind of a mission, and user can see the progress, how far he or she is in the mission, and what they need to do to actually get it to the finish line. And the last core principle of our onboarding is personalization. Means that basically we want to teach users what they actually have to know right now, something they can implement right now, they can use to customize the workspace, and we don't want to teach them the things they can't apply in a real workspace implementation. So every workspace can choose the area of interest, and then we let the power users do only the onboarding in the areas where they are interested. So that was our onboarding, and through those principles, you probably know that you can just type in Legito or document automation to the Google, go to our website and create your own free trial workspace. So through this onboarding, we achieved over 100% increase in engagement of the, let's say, new workspace registrations, which given the numbers, it's really great success. So I would say the proper onboarding works, and it really helps with motivation to embrace changes and with proper adoption and implementation of software. So I would say my key takeaway from this, based on our data from last 6 months, is that don't underestimate the power of onboarding, and I encourage you to use at least our user onboarding for your users, for your colleagues, because I hope you will see the increase in their interest in maybe getting new areas automated, or even they will reveal some new ways how they can leverage your implementation of Legito in their day-to-day work life. So what's coming next? Is the biggest project we have ever done in Legito in our entire history. And this biggest project is the next generation document editor. Basically, we take everything we have learned about document automation, mostly from you, and I'm very thankful for that, in the last 10 years. And we use that knowledge to build the next generation document editor from scratch. So everything we know about document automation will be leveraged in this, I hope, very successful project we've been working on right now. Let me share with you some highlights of what it means. The new document editor will be much faster, even for long and sophisticated automated documents. We adopted cutting-edge technologies and developed a unique method of regenerating documents, and this method includes pre-processing of conditions and other advanced techniques, so we can deliver instant response time for our users. So basically, you just click on something, you answer some questions, select something, fill in something, and it will be so fast that you don't even see any delay in this real-time regeneration and automatic modifications in your documents. We also take your feedback and build 3 visual layout options and a beautiful visualization of logic and changes in the documents that I will show you shortly. Okay. Last but not least, the new technology that we have been building will serve as a solid and modern basis or base for future development. So once released, it will allow us to rapidly deploy many new features in the document automation area. Okay. So let me show you some visualization. You all know that basically we have this what we call inline web view of documents, where you have questions and inputs and other selections embedded directly into the documents. And if your document is or if you have a bundle of documents, so the documents and forms are below each other. We will keep that, and we will make it even better because we will work on a very precise formatting of this kind of web preview of your documents. So our goal is that you don't even notice the difference between, let's say, how the document looks like in Legito in your web browser and how they look like maybe in a final PDF or Word. It means we will also have a optional pagination of those what we call smart documents, and we will add more editing options. So the second layout that will be contained in the next generation document editor is something we call like dual layout, which may be more suitable for some cases, for some documents, which will basically allow you to build a form, or it will display a template form on the left side of your screen, and the documents will be displayed in the middle. So here is some details. So basically, there will be no differences when you are building templates. You know, whether basically you have to choose at the beginning whether it's this layout or the standard layout. Basically, this kind of left form will contain everything that is already included in your templates. So you can just by one click you can change the view to this one and then back. And the third layout we will have is kind of what we call template pagination. So basically, it's suitable if you have more templates in a template suite. So right now, the templates or documents are below each other, as I said. So with this new view, there will be always one document on a page, and you can simply go back and forth between the templates. You can also see the progress, which templates are ready. You can see also if some templates have maybe contained some critical errors or some empty fields. Okay, we will have also more view options for let's say active inputs. If the input is empty, or no, it's highlighted with green color. If it's filled, it's gray. If there is a what we call warning, and the type of warning that prevents you from actually saving a document from the template, it's going to be red. And if there is simply some, let's say, optional warning, maybe the warning that just doesn't cause any effect, or maybe just prevent you from signing it or so, it will be orange. So it will give you more kind of easy overview over what needs to be done in your documents and where should you be focused on. We will have also more view options for our questions. So you can choose basically what kind of visualization of each question you would like to use in your templates. We know sometimes you have a question with like 3 options. Sometimes you have a question that is attached to some object where can be like 10,000 options, and you may want to choose 3. So really this variability of the use cases lead us to basically designing a different question layouts to make it more, let's say, convenient for the end users to simply choose from the question, and it's up to power users, to choose the right visualization based on the nature of each question. Okay, so we will have also kind of highlighting of changes or on modifications in the documents based on each action of the user. It will not be just for this layout, it will be for all layouts, but for this one it's the best to visualize. So as you can see, when you are on some field, some active field, you can immediately see, if you fill in some text or choose some question, you can immediately see how much changes it caused in the document, and you can simply, they will be highlighted, and you can simply jump through those changes. And the last of many new features that I'd like to show you today is basically ability to do a formatting in your documents. You already know you can do formatting in templates, but the users, they can't, let's say, override. They can change the formatting of documents, of your templates. So, of course, it will be only if it's allowed, so you don't have to allow it if you don't want it, but if you want to allow it, the users, will be able to more freely edit the text, including their formatting. And still, on the background, all the data will be structured, all the logic will be kept, so it will not be, let's say, kind of, I would say, a unstructured text like, for example, Google Doc or document or Word documents. It will be still structured, still the logic will be kept even for those, let's say, customized texts. Okay, so I was supposed to introduce you one feature, but I have actually two. The second feature I'd like to introduce you today is our integration with ChatGPT, which is a big thing right now. You all probably heard about it. I think the most of you already have an account in that. Basically, ChatGPT is the fastest growing technology in the human's history. They reached 100 million users like super fast. No other application, even social media, anything like that, was able to reach 100 million users that fast. So our ChatGPT integration, we use it to automatically extract important information from, let's say, third-party contracts or your contracts that haven't been automated yet. Of course, or any other documents. You already know that you can upload files, documents to document records, and that basically you can customize, you can choose which informations are important for you, which can be then used in workflows, approvals, dashboards. So, but there was still a missing piece. The data that, the data has to be identified in documents manually. They need to be inserted into Legito manually, which is, of course, time-consuming. And we believe that ChatGPT is the missing piece. That because the AI automatically extracts the data you need to know from your documents and put them to the document record to the appropriate properties, and basically the preciseness is mind-blowing. We did, of course, some already proof of concepts. We did a lot of testing, and I, haven't seen anything like that before. Okay, so here are some details about our ChatGPT integration. Basically, we use enterprise version of ChatGPT, which means that our data, means your data, are not used for training of the AI. They don't need it because the key is in the P in the ChatGPT, because it's pre-trained. The other benefit is that basically the data are not even stored by ChatGPT. They are just processed and then thrown away. And our data are processed in the selected Microsoft Azure locations only, which means that basically they guarantee, for example, for European Union customers, a compliance with GDPR. So we will process our European customers' data on the European Azure server, and there is still version 3 of ChatGPT, but the version 4 hopefully will come soon. For our US customers, there is already enterprise version of ChatGPT, the version 4, so they have the best thing. Okay. And now, please let me introduce you my friend Mark Settle, who is our president of Legito North America, and he will introduce you his favorite features. Thank you. Here you go, Mark.
All right, thank you. We're almost to lunch. You can probably smell it, so we'll see if we can wrap this up pretty quickly. But I want to talk about a recently released feature and one upcoming feature very, very briefly. So clause library, if you haven't used this already, I highly recommend take a look at clause library. It was released late last year, so since our last conference, so we wanted to talk about that briefly. What clause library is, it allows you to create basically many templates that you can then embed and use across your template suites. So you can have a clause library where you have a library of clauses that you can easily drag and drop into a template in the template editor. This feature is all about template maintenance and helping you maintain your templates in a smarter way so that you're not recreating the same clause in various templates with the same logic. So you can apply logic and links to specific fields that may be in the underlying template or vice versa. So you have this ability to build smarter templates. Clause library does update automatically as well. So if you update a clause and it's used in 15 different templates, once that clause update is made and published, then all of those templates are then immediately affected by that. So any new document created with that updated clause will give that same warning as if the template's been updated so that the user can upgrade to the latest template edition. So a tool to really help you maintain your templates in a smarter way. So an upcoming feature for later this year is PDF forms. Very excited about this. This opens a new opportunity for types of documents that you might automate inside of Legito. So what this will allow you to do is take a PDF, a fillable PDF that you might use today just as a fillable PDF, and actually pull it into Legito as a part of a template suite. You'll be able to, Legito will identify those fillable PDF fields and then allow you in the template editor. So in the screenshot here, you can see at the top right of that template, 3 different fields. One is an empty, an active, and a tagged field. So that empty field would be one that you haven't clicked on yet. The active would be I've selected that so I can actually tag it. And then once a field has been tagged, it will show in that green highlight that you see. So you will basically be able to add a Legito tag that is used in another element to gather the value and pull that value into that PDF-based form. So this will allow you to easily generate PDF forms with data that you're gathering as a part of a template suite in Legito. So you might have a form or other templates that drive the data that go into that PDF form, and then it will be available in your print preview and download in your template suite. So with that, I'm going to introduce our principal pre-sales technical consultant, Paul Marlborough, to look at our next couple of features.
Thanks, Mark. Okay, so lots of innovations recently over the last year to get excited about. Legito Objects is one I want to mention. It's not necessarily new, but it's one that probably gets overlooked a little bit and not used so much maybe in the past, but actually over the last year, there's been some improvements, as we do with a lot of features in Legito. We're always enhancing things and making things better based on feedback from you guys. And now you can use workflows with objects as well as documents. That makes them more powerful, so you can send them and assign them. So in terms of permissions, you can share certain objects with certain users to make sure that you're only allowed to see relevant data to you. And you can also now integrate data that appears in objects into your Legito templates as well. So this is really great for things like lookups, drop-down lists, select lists, to kind of really increase the power of your templates. But it also gives that nice holistic view of information in one place in Legito. So whereas having to do a lookup to another system may be a requirement at the moment, potentially you can bring information and store it in Legito so that integration is not required. So Ondrej was talking about the new onboarding in Legito that's available now. Objects, there is a section where you can go and have a go, and it can guide you through how to create an object. So if it's something you've not done yet, I definitely recommend having a go at that and seeing if you get some good ideas on how they may be useful to you. Going forward, so what's coming up new that I'm particularly excited about? So Legito Sign, again, it's been around in the last year. We've got a lot of interest in Legito Sign. So there's a lot of people asking us about it. How does it work? Everyone wants to stay within the same application. You know, why use another signatory tool when you can use one within the Legito or within the same application to get that real end-to-end when sending a contract out for signing and generating it and sending it back into Legito. There's been a few feature gaps, I think, which are being addressed, and so there's a lot of more features coming out over the next couple of quarters. So it's really going to enhance the capabilities of Legito Sign. Some dashboard integration tools to make it quicker and easier to sign a document with less clicks. A better integration with the templates to automatically extract data, export information from the templates for signing when you're sending a document out to be signed. And this general ease of use features that makes the Legito Sign tool a lot more attractive. Okay, so I'll have to be quite brief, so we're running out of time a little bit. So I'm now going to introduce Ondrej, who's our director for Latin America and Spain.
Okay. Well, hello. It's really nice to be here. I will be very short on my presentation, but it's really nice what I'm going to present. I'm very happy to do it because, well, Legito is very interested in making our solution as much as interconnected with the solutions structure of our customers as possible. And that's why in our new advances, we are very focused in integrating Legito with the solutions of our customers that they need, like CRMs, ERPs, CMSs, and so on. So, well, the first launch that we will have in this year, it's JSON integrations, but like this is pre-structured. Is a tool that will allow us to push Legito from other applications to Legito through JSON, but without coding. So this will be really great because this will allow your company to push data from any source, basically, much easier. The second big launch that we will have is the net documents integration, and this will be really, really good because it's already done, and you will be able to define the structure that it will have, the document, when passed from Legito to net documents. And it's super simple. You can manage to save a Word document, a Microsoft Word document, or a PDF, only like if you are saving it or downloading it to your computer. But as you can see, it's super easy to set up and it's pre-made. So this will be a really big benefit for the customers that we have that are using net documents. And the third and last innovation that we are launching for integrations is it's a process, a new tool that is embedded. It will be embedded on Legito, and basically it will allow you to integrate Legito with other tools, many tools, like hundreds of tools. One of them may be Salesforce or HubSpot or any kind of CLM or ERP or many tools, but these are pre-made integrations that also can be set up, tailor-made for your company. So yeah, this is everything that I wanted to show you about the integrations. And now we will have questions from our guests. We have some questions, so I'll be asking the questions with my colleagues here to see how they are going. So, thank you very much. Okay, so the first one is, would we use the onboarding instead of the online training, or is there a need for both?
Do you want me to take that?
Please.
Yeah, so both are still available. The onboarding training is more of a guided way through to a step-by-step guide, which based on your feedback, so you select what things you'd like to see, what's important to you, specifically how are you going to use Legito, and then based on your responses to how you're going to use Legito, it will then suggest the particular onboarding task that you need to complete. But then on our training portal on the web, the courses will still be there for you to go and ad hoc go and pick up and take part in. So
I would just add that the onboarding actually references out to that training library in some cases. So they work together.
And if I may, I would just say that basically, the onboarding is like central hub of all our content, means articles, webinars, knowledge base, everything. So really, like, you don't have to like search for it in a different place. You just go to the onboarding. You just choose the section where you want to get some new information, and it's there. So it's live and it's interconnected, and it's like an add-on, and it's kind of it's frame everything we do in basically in terms of our support.
Thank you. So we have many questions, but as we are a bit short on time and all of us want some lunch, so I'll be jumping to other one. And it's, will the new document editor tool mean there is going to be more parity between the Legito web document and the PDF or Microsoft Word document produced from the template?
Yeah, as I said, our goal is basically that if you just look at them at one screen at the same time, there is no noticeable difference. That's the ultimate goal.
Thank you. Okay, so thank you very much. That's